And I just love what I seen from my home team. And like I say, and I say it all the time, man, just having competency in the front office helps. It goes a long way. Then you get the right guys. And then I watched Inside the Den. They released that the other day. And, just listening to Brad Holmes talk. And he was just like, our draft board was our draft board. Who cares what the experts say and all that jazz? So we drafted guys that we knew that can play ball and was gonna go out there and take care of business, man. And I just love what I'm seeing from my home team, man.
Yeah, that's another thing too, man. I know everybody, if you haven't done so, go ahead and watch Inside the Den. It was like
it's
a
amazing,
movie this
man.
past
Yes, yes.
And if you guys didn't check it out, please go ahead and check it out because it definitely was a great. This last episode, it was about an hour and a half episode, and it went into the behind the scenes of the whole draft process. And it's something that I think is very important because we got a lot of guys didn't understand what the direction as to why they went the way they did. When we first saw the draft, when we heard the picks, everyone, including myself, was in shock. Like, what are you doing? Like, really? Like, why would you take a running back that high?
I don't know if I'm still over not drafting Jalen Carter, but I'm okay with Gibbs. But I'm still trying to grasp my mind around that.
And I think a lot of people
it was a masterpiece.
Felt that same way. He was available, he was there at 6, but we traded back. And once we did that took us out of that realm. But going behind the scenes, you saw why they went the direction that they did, and they saw that Jahmyr Gibbs was high on their draft board. Most people say they would have went with Weatherspoon, but he was off the board before we got to that point. Of course, when we moved back, it allowed us to be able to get some more added picks. Which, I had this conversation with Big A. Shout out to Big A. Happy birthday to my brother, Big A.
Happy birthday,
Big A.
And I was telling him, me and him was going back and forth about it because he was upset about it too. He was saying that, they had an opportunity to get him. But I said, if you'd watch Inside the Den, you would have saw Brad Holmes was making the discussion that if they would have stuck with the 6th and the 18th pick, the way that they did, they would have went and tried to trade up to get back in like that 10 to 12 range, which would have took away draft picks. Up. But the fact that they traded back allowed them to be able to get Laporta and Branch, which those are the two guys that they wanted to get in that second round. They thought they was going to have to choose in between the two. But lo and behold, they was able to trade up from 48 to 45 and get Branch, get Laporta, get Hendon Hooker as well with those picks because they also played the draft too because they was drafting. They was going back in the draft because the guys that were ahead of them wasn't in need of a quarterback and they was able to get Hendon Hooker, which a lot of us like, and was also able to get Broderick Martin too as well. So if you haven't done so, I know it's on. I believe it's on Bally Sports Network as well as YouTube. Go ahead and check out Inside the Den, man. It gives a more detailed, exclusive detail in what the draft process is. And also I want to give a shout out to the scouts too. A lot of people don't know the importance of scouting, and they highlighted the scouts as well. And sure, when they go into these areas, they have different areas that they scout. What they're looking for, how you walking out onto the field, how you getting off the bus. What are you doing on the field, after the field? How are you interacting? They pay attention to everything. So to you guys out there who's playing professional sports on any level, people are paying attention to you. So all the antics that you guys are doing on and off the field, it's obvious they have their scouts around paying attention that you may not see because you all in your space. So that's something that you guys need to pay attention to now. That's something that I don't think a lot of the guys realize how much what them scouts look for. And they said it. I don't look for what they do on the field. I look for what they do off the field.
How they prep, how they do everything. And like it's so in depth on how they just drafted everything, on how they look at certain things, certain aspects, certain characteristics they look at in particular players. Man, I I ain't gonna lie, I was fiending for that episode. Like, damn, why is it taking them so long? And then it finally dropped, and I was like, okay. And then like it was a jewel, man. I watched it twice, man, and I was just like, okay, just to make sure I ain't miss no golden nuggets nowhere.
I mean, what else did you see in there that intrigued you?
Just like I said, just a preparation from the scouts. Like you say, everything that they look for. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, how you preparing yourself, how you take care of yourself on and off the field. Just those certain things that your regular fan ain't looking at. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit we ain't looking at. We just looking at, all right, can this motherfucker play football or not? You know what I'm saying? But now, you know, it's just the other stuff that they be looking for. It's like, damn, they really do their homework on these guys. And it made sense as to why they drafted the way they did, because they wanted their particular guys, not necessarily what Mike Mayock and what's the other guy name? Whatever the other dudes, you know, all the experts are saying, right. Oh, you should pick this person, you should pick that person, they got to pick this. Man, when you look at our draft picks, it's 100% exactly what we needed, bro.
It made sense.
100% what we needed.
You're absolutely right. And that's something that you know, for the like fair weather fans and people who don't really pay attention to the sport, all the all the behind the scenes works and the details, they just wait for the season to start. It gives a glimpse, like I said, as to why they did what they did. And Brad Holmes said, "Listen, we didn't pick for a position." So when everybody keep on saying, "Man, why they get a running back?" He said, We didn't pick him for a running, but we picked him as a player." And what he brought to and if you watch his interview process, he came off very impressive, and that's Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah,
he came off very. So did Campbell. They know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about, and those two guys. It was kind of like we had 2 picks in the first round. So yeah, of course it was a 2-for-1 deal, but both of those guys, what they bring to this team, and I keep on reiterating that, is the versatility that they have. With Jahmyr Gibbs, he got the versatility to be a running back and catch out the backfield. He led Alabama in rushing, receiving, and also in return yards. So he also could do return work as well.
Absolutely.
With Campbell, he showed his versatility over in Iowa, playing inside linebacker. He can drop back in covers. He got great hands. He has several interceptions. He could play the Mike, or he could play the Will. He might be able to play Sam too, or he could come down. He's a good run defender, and he's a great blitzer.
Yep.
Absolutely. So if you need somebody at the end or you need somebody at the outside, that's what he brings. And looking at him so far during training camp,
the boy balling, man.
Yeah. Yes.
It looking like, and here's the thing that I wanted to reiterate, and that's why I'm not so hard on what the guys did. Look at what Brad Holmes and Campbell have done the last couple of drafts that they've been in charge. Penei Sewell, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Aiden Hutchinson, Houston, Pascal, Rodrigo, Kirby Joseph. All the guys that they've been drafted have been contributing.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So but that's how you build, man. When you go through, that's how you build, man. Like you can't expect, when Dan Campbell took over and Brad took over, man, everybody expect like, oh, we supposed to turn around and no, it's a process, man. Because you got to make motherfuckers want to come here. You got to make people want to come here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if your brand ain't no good, you got to build through the draft, man. They nailing it, bro. They nailing it. They nailing it, bro. Like they haven't really messed up no draft picks, man. And it just makes so much sense, man. I'm so glad we're not drafting guys like Jelani Tavai in the second round no more, man.
Oh my God. Hey, that was King Boy, man. I'm glad too. And now I gotta admit, and I know everyone here gotta admit, there's going to be some because that boy Jalen Carter is looking good out there from reports that I'm seeing.
Oh man, yes.
I don't know how you don't take him, bro. Like,
bro,
I get it, but I was hurt.
Jason Kelce said that Jalen Carter is like never seen a defensive player like that going up against it.
Listen,
it's coming out of Jason Kelce's mouth.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a Pro Bowl center you talking about.
Listen, we had an opportunity to get him and Davis.
Yeah,
we could have both of them in the middle because last year we traded up, but we ended up picking Jameson Williams as opposed to grabbing Davis last year.
Yeah.
So That's something we're gonna be paying attention to.
I feel like we got our Davis this year though in Broad. You know what I'm saying?
You
I feel
think
like
so?
Broderick, I feel like Broad
I believe it. I believe it.
Dog 6'7", 350. Come on, man. Like that's Davis right there. You know what I'm saying?
So it sounds like to me you're gonna be paying attention to Broderick Martin tomorrow when you out there training.
Oh yeah, man. Listen, all eyes on him tomorrow, G. Like I cannot wait. I got my alarm clock set, man. I got my coffee ready. It's on tomorrow, Job.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, if you guys haven't been out there to Lions training camp, please. Well, I know it's been sold out this year. So if you guys we'll be there, and you see us, man, give us a holler, man. We holler back, man. Listen, we're gonna be there. Of course, I'm gonna have on my Big Willie jersey, man. Y'all gonna see the name on the back, man. I had to, I had my custom jersey. I got my 99 on the back and the front. So, Wise McKay, what you think that 99 represent, man? Who that represent?
Man, it gotta be Big Sap, homie.
There you go.
Yeah,
I knew my boy knew who that was. Everybody who knows me knows I'm a big Warren Sapp fan, man.
Yeah, gotta be Sapp, man.
That was my guy. Listen, I tried to be like him so much. I played this position in high school. That was my position. I grew my hair out, had my braids and everything. I didn't have his number because it's crazy because in high school they lost that number, that jersey, my year that I played, my senior year. I won 99, but they lost the jersey, so I didn't have my 99.
They didn't lose it. The whoever was before you stole it.
I was trying to be nice. I didn't want to say that, but they let the seniors have it. But I don't think a senior had it before me, so it might have got stolen, man. I was
okay.
But yeah, shout out. That was my guy, growing. That's who I desired to be like growing up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be in Barry Sanders tomorrow, man.
Barry Sanders?
It's either him or Hutch. One of the two. I'll figure it out.
It's a lot of Hutchinson jerseys.
Yes, a lot of them.
Yeah,
it's a lot. So DC, I'm not sure you're gonna be there in person tomorrow, but there's still opportunities for you to watch and pay attention to training camp. So, what is it that you're looking forward to seeing throughout this training camp process? Is it something in particular that you want to see that tickle your fancy?
I want to see the right pause.
Hey,
I want to see. I want to see the rookies, man. I'm more excited to see these rookies out there, man. Like you said, we just what Kaz was talking about, man. The culture fit, man, with this team, man, and how I believe with Brad Holmes, what he did, he drafted these guys. Not just because of position, because the culture fit. And I'm really excited to see these rookies like Laporta and Campbell and, Gibbs and, Antoine Green. Even I saw him. He was catching, pass, even though it was Nate Sudfeld, Sudfeld. But, I would like to see him out there at some point. We definitely going to see him, and, in the preseason games. And, so, like I said, I'm definitely started looking for these rookies, man, to learn from our young veterans out there, man. And I'm definitely excited to see them out there. So, yeah, that's the rookies for me, man, in particular.
The rookies, that is any veterans that you want to look at?
And the veteran, if I have to say, I really want to say Aiden Hutchinson, man. I want to see Aiden Hutchinson. I believe him and Houston, they're both going to take a huge jump this year. Huge jump. I think they're going to be one of the two best dynamic duos. That's going to be, long as they stay healthy, they're going to get a lot of pressure on the quarterback, man. They're going to make it difficult for opposing offenses. I'm telling you. I'm definitely looking for Houston.
I look forward to that. Anybody else, Wise Man Cast, besides Big Broderick Martin, that you looking forward to seeing during training camp?
Jack Campbell, definitely Jahmyr Gibbs, and also Branch, man. Like, I'm all in on those guys, man. I just feel like we watching. There you go. I just feel like, man, we watching like
that's who I want. That's who I want to go see. That's what I want to see when I go to.
You want to see the Chile?
That's just me. I know you, and all the fans know that's the highlight of my days. When I go to training camp, when I go to Lions game, when I go to Pistons game, I gotta say what's up to my ladies.
You gotta say what's up. Hey, I watched they hook up too online, man. Like on the Detroit Lions page.
Yes,
sir. The cheerleaders try out, so I was all in, man.
Of course,
yeah. Here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So it's a lot that we definitely want to look forward to. I know that I look forward to seeing the entire defensive line.
Yeah.
From end to end, I want to see how they coexist, and I want to see the new secondary.
Yeah,
because it's been a lot of buzz on how these secondary fellas been talking, man. Have you seen that?
I have, man. I see it. Hey, CJ Gardner, man, he talks so much trash, bro. Like, I love it, man, because it's giving the team a swag. And like I say, man, we need to just, adapt just the city, man. Adapt that bad boy mentality, bro. Like, and I feel like he bringing that whole swag to the table, bro. I love it, man.
Yeah, I do too. And that's something that we need. Like I said, I think there's something that we have been lacking for years is that we haven't had that dog type player.
Yeah,
somebody that's on the edge a little bit. I know we're a button up blue collar type of town. Everybody like to say that. Oh, we want to chip off the old block, but we need some dogs out there. We need somebody that can stir it up a little bit. And I think CJ Gardner is in that scope.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yep.
Listen, shout out to my guy Big A. He in the comments, man. He ragging me, man. You know how I have my fascination with the cheerleaders. Also, shout out to my guy Marvin, man, for joining in. Oh,
everybody 16, in the
chat. He was in the building too with us, man. He came through and showed some love with us as well as the 313 XP fellas as well. So
and everybody in the chat, man, please feel free to ask questions. We cool, man. We'll answer questions. We'll talk to y'all. Like,
absolutely,
be active in the chat, please.
Mm-hmm. So there go the fellas right there, man. Shout out to the fellas, to the guys for coming in. And also, if you guys want to, if any of you guys were at the facility,